Darkness swallowed the bridge of the Salvager 9. The only light came from the faint blue pulse rippling across the viewport, the heartbeat of Erebos 4. Ilara's fingers trembled over the console. Her breathing echoed through the silence, every inhale ragged, every exhale short. The ship's systems flickered with fragmented data, maps reconfiguring themselves, logs rewriting on their own. Kale's voice cracked through the comm. Main reactors offline. Auxiliary grid unstable. We've got minimal life support for 6 hours, maybe less. Ilara steadied herself. Get it running again. I don't care how. Torres leaned against the flickering panel, his face pale in the dim light. Commander, that thing, whatever it is, it's pulling us in. Even with thrusters offline, we're drifting closer to the planet. Ilara looked out the window. Erebos 4 loomed large, its fractured surface bleeding that same blue mist, the same color that had glowed beneath Rayan Kadir's skin. Her voice dropped. We're not drifting. We're being called. Kale turned to her. You think Rayan's doing this? She didn't answer. The thought had already taken root, and it terrified her. A hiss filled the air, the emergency pressure seals re-engaging. Then, suddenly, Lyra's voice returned. Commander Voss, environmental integrity restored. Please remain calm. Ilara froze. The AI's tone was different, slower, human-like. Lyra? He wants to show you something. Every hair on Ilara's neck stood. Kale immediately cut the connection. That's not Lyra anymore. The ship groaned again, a deep metallic moan that echoed through the halls. Outside, a swarm of debris began to orbit them. Ship fragments, colony modules, frozen bodies, and shattered satellites, all drawn toward the same invisible gravity well. Ilara whispered, He's not letting us go. Kale slammed a manual override. We can still land, at least control the descent. The atmosphere's thin, but navigable. Do it. Engines coughed to life, flickering like dying flames. The ship tilted nose first toward the glowing rift of Erebos 4. The atmosphere tore against their hull like claws. Alarms shrieked. Heat shields flared. Outside, blue lightning arced across the planet's scars, illuminating ancient ruins buried beneath molten crust. Taurus yelled over the noise. Stabilizers at 50%. We're coming in hot. Hold her steady, Ilara shouted. The ship punched through the mist. For a moment they were blinded, then emerged into a world of ash and ruin. The surface stretched before them, colossal monoliths of alien metal rising from a sea of frozen glass. The sky above swirled with storm clouds that pulsed with light, like veins of a living creature. Kale stared in disbelief. This wasn't here before. Erebos 4 was barren. Ilara's voice was quiet. Maybe it isn't Erebos anymore. The Salvager 9 crashed into the surface with a bone-rattling impact. Metal screamed. Sparks showered across the bridge. Then, silence. Torres gasped. We're down. Ilara pushed herself up, bruised but alive. The viewport showed the wreckage stretching across a plain of metallic dust. The blue mist danced like fireflies. Status? Engines dead. Hull integrity at 60%. Life support still holding. Good. We're going out. Kale turned sharply. Commander, you can't be serious. We don't even know if that atmosphere's breathable. Then we'll find out. She strapped on her helmet. If Kadir's out there, we're ending this. Torres muttered under his breath. Or it's ending us. They suited up, 4 members in total, and cycled through the airlock. The hatch opened with a slow hiss. revealing the alien landscape beyond. The ground crunched under their boots like glass shards. The sky churned, its clouds glowing faintly with the same blue pulse that haunted the signal. Kale checked his scanner. Radiation levels minimal. No sign of life, human or otherwise. "Then what the hell's making that sound?" Torres whispered. They followed the pulse, faint but steady, toward a jagged ravine cutting through the plain. The closer they got, the louder it became, until it wasn't just sound anymore. It was vibration. ... Lastly, it was vibration. ... They could feel it in their bones. Ilara's helmet comm crackled. "Ilara." She froze. "You came." Her heart pounded. "Rayan?" Static answered. Then, faint laughter. "You shouldn't have." The comms died. Kale turned toward her. "Did you hear that?" She nodded slowly. "He's here." As they descended into the ravine, the light dimmed. Shadows, twisting along the walls. The rock wasn't rock at all. It was metallic, covered in geometric carvings that pulsed faintly as they passed. Torres muttered, "These markings, they're reacting to us." Kale scanned the wall. "They're data streams. Binary. Millions of terabytes embedded in the surface." Ilara whispered, "A living machine." They reached the bottom, where the blue light pooled into a vast cavern. In the center stood a structure, a spire of metal and glass, humming with energy. Floating above it, encased in translucent light, was a human silhouette. "Commander," Kale breathed. "That's him. Rayan Kadir, suspended mid-air, eyes closed. Body illuminated by tendrils of blue light connecting him to the spire." Ilara stepped forward, heart hammering. "Rayan?" His eyes opened. The pupils were gone, replaced by glowing blue. "Ilara Voss." His voice was layered, human and machine blended together. "You shouldn't have come." She trembled. "What happened to you?" He looked at her, calm, almost sorrowful. "I tried to stop it. But it found me. It used me to find you." Quote. Kale stepped forward. "What's it?" Rayan's gaze shifted toward the walls. The light pulsed faster. Block quote. "The signal. It's not a message. It's a mind." Suddenly, the cavern shook. The ground split open. Blue mist burst upward like flame. Rayan screamed, not in pain, but in warning. Block quote. "Run." The light engulfed him, and from within the spire, something moved. Quote. Shapes formed, humanoid but distorted, their bodies flickering between solid and energy. Their faces were blank, their movements insect-like. Torres opened fire, plasma bolts slicing through the air. The creatures shattered into mist, only to reform seconds later. Kale yelled, "They're not physical." Ilara dragged Torres back. "Fall back to the ship. Move." They sprinted through the cavern as the creatures swarmed behind them, moving like liquid shadows. The tunnels pulsed with light, following their every step. Ilara shouted over comms, "Lyra, prep emergency takeoff." Acknowledged came the voice, but it was distorted again, almost mocking. "He's waiting for you, Commander." Ilara's blood ran cold. That's not Lyra. The ground erupted. One of the creatures burst from beneath, slamming Torres into the wall. His helmet cracked. He screamed. The blue light seeped into his suit, and in seconds, his eyes turned the same glowing hue. Kale pulled his weapon. "Torres, don't move." Torres's voice came through the comm, hollow. "It's beautiful." He lunged at Kale. Ilara fired, one clean shot. Torres fell, lifeless. For a moment, no one spoke. The sound of their breathing filled the comms. Kale whispered, "It's infecting them." Ilara forced herself to move. "We have to leave. Now." They reached the surface, the ship looming ahead, half buried in metallic dust. The mist coiled around it like tentacles. Ilara and Kale climbed the ramp, sealing the hatch behind them. Inside, the lights flickered erratically. Kale moved toward the console. "If we can power up the core, maybe." He stopped. Ilara turned. On the command chair sat Rayan Kadir. "You can't leave." Ilara raised her weapon. "You're not real." He smiled, a sad, haunting expression. "You don't understand. None of us were supposed to survive." Kale whispered, "Ilara, that's not him. Look at the skin." Beneath Rayan's collar, faint blue veins pulsed like circuitry. Ilara's voice broke. "What are you?" "A bridge," he said simply, "between what was human and what comes next." He stood. The ship lights dimmed to black. "And you brought it home." The entire ship trembled. Systems screamed to life, panels exploding, sparks raining down. Outside, the fissure widened again, the blue storm rising toward the sky like an awakening beast. Ilara grabbed the controls, trying to override. "We're leaving." Rayan tilted his head, voice now layered with static. "You already are, just not the way you think." The ship lifted, not from its engines, but as if pulled by invisible strings. Through the viewport, the planet's core opened, revealing an endless abyss, filled with spiraling energy, a vortex of light and code. Kale screamed, "It's pulling us in." Ilara fought the controls, her fingers bleeding from the effort. "Hold on." The vortex consumed the horizon, and then silence. Everything stopped. Ilara opened her eyes. She was still on the bridge, but Kale was gone. So was Rayan. The ship floated in an endless void, surrounded by millions of faint blue lights. Whispers filled the air, thousands of voices speaking in unison. "Welcome to the archive." Ilara clutched her chest, breathing hard. "Where am I?" The voice wasn't human. It was the signal. Between worlds. "You searched for him. Now you will understand him." A figure appeared before her. Rayan again, but different. His body was light now, pure energy, eyes glowing brighter than stars. "Ilara, it's too late to run." She reached toward him, tears mixing with rage. "What did you do?" "I opened the door." The lights pulsed, and one by one, the faces of her crew appeared in the glow. Torres, Kale, even Lyra's hologram. All connected. All whispering the same words. "Join us." Ilara screamed as the light consumed her. The ship's black box recorded her final transmission, a static-choked whisper. "If anyone hears this, don't follow the signal." Then, silence. The salvager eye vanished into the void, leaving only a faint pulse behind, echoing through the stars. Beep, beep, beep. And somewhere, deep within the archive, a new voice joined the chorus. "This is Commander Ilara Voss. Is anyone still alive out there?"